Greetings, I'm Yamiche Alcindor, White House correspondent for the PBS NewsHour and a political contributor for MSNBC and NBC News. I'm also an alum of the Graduate School of Arts and Science at New York University. I'm so proud to say that last part. New York University is an amazing place. And I want to say, even though I'm sure you are enduring so much during this crisis, during this pandemic, I hope that you are able to celebrate yourself, celebrate all your achievements. When I think about how I'm able to maintain and how I'm able to push forward, I think about all the lessons that I learned at New York University.
I am a senior staff nurse at NYU Langone. During the height of COVID in New York, I was deployed to the hospital emergency response team. It was really scary. I don't actually know what kept me going back, other than to say that there were people counting on me. There were people counting on all of us. As a nurse, I have taken an oath to help people. And although that oath doesn't ask me to put my life on the line for others, it was just what was required of us in that moment. The NYU family is strong. There's a spirit of New York that says, we'll keep fighting, we'll keep building. It's going to be better than it was. And NYU is right at the center of that.
I fell in love with this school because I felt like I could be me here. On a lot of the other campuses that I had visited, we'd be touring and people would stare at me because of my wheelchair. And when I came to NYU, it was like when I rolled down the street, I was not the most interesting thing that was coming towards somebody. So it was like a relief. I was like, oh, thank goodness there's a place where I can just be me.
And the Tony Award goes to Stroker.
My mom tells a story about walking through Washington Square with me as a little girl. And I told her I wanted to go to college there. So I decided from a very young age that I was going to go to NYU. To be there with the city as your campus lit a fire inside of me. I am an environmental activist first and foremost, and that informs all of my actions, all of my choices, all of the endeavors in which I get involved. To go to a place and have a purpose is incredibly powerful. And what NYU's global campus has allowed me to do was not just to travel, to not just meet people, to not just see the world, but to enter into a community and dive beneath the surface and really begin to see what makes people tick. My time at NYU, both in the classroom and beyond, showed me the role, the responsibility, and the power that each of us have as individuals, as global citizens, as actors who can shift communities, change our nation, and ultimately the globe.
My name is Charles Camarda. I'm Senior Advisor for Innovation at NASA Langley Research Center. What I learned when I was a student here paid off tremendously. You know, I started with an undergraduate degree in aerospace engineering. I went on to get master's and doctorate degrees in aerospace engineering. I happen to be from New York. I happen to think New York is the greatest city in the world. It's so diverse. We have the most diverse student body, and freedom of thought, tolerance to different types of thought, different cultures, really helps innovation flourish.
Education is my beacon. Education is my friend. And education, in terms of enlightenment, is my ambition. It's called higher education. Well, how does education become higher? Education becomes higher because you can be collaborative. You can have an invested interest in what it is that you study and how it is you spend your valuable time, in what it is that you pursue. If the goal of education isn't revealing the individual to himself, then what is its goal?
People at NYU are trailblazers. They are not afraid to take risks. People at NYU have something to say. And that's really refreshing, and then can also create tension, but the good kind of tension. And I feel really proud to be a part of that community.
You too will be able to move past this pandemic whenever it ends. You will be able to continue to help other people as you rise and succeed yourself. I know, and The world knows what you're facing. I just want to tell you that you should press forward. Think about who you want to help in this world and go after it with a passion and a zeal.